So this is step 4 of the directions on the Masks We Wear brainstorm worksheet. These directions say, make a full page, meaning it touches all 4 sides of the sketchbook paper. Design for a mask from your ideas in step 3. You will trace this to your metal, so it has to be your best work. When you trace it, it's not going to get any better. Insert a photograph of your drawing that shows the edges of the sketchbook. I would like to see that it touches or comes very close to touching all 4 edges. It does not have to be colored, but it should have texture, pattern, or design everywhere. Much like your metal foil coin practice, you needed to make sure you used all that space. So step 3 needs to be done. As you can see, I have my reference images, and now I'm going to go into the sketchbook in my art supply kit to begin drawing on paper. That is how the next step of this process works. So I have to get out my art supply kit. You can see here it is. Unfortunately, the one supply I did not put in there was actually the sketchbook. So I have a blank sheet of paper that I grabbed. And it doesn't matter if you want to orient your paper the tall way, or if you want to turn your paper and orient it the wide way. Either way works fine because either type of mask would be appropriate. But you need to use that entire space. You can see a tall mask or a wide mask. Either one's okay. It doesn't have to be rectangular shape though. So even though I might demonstrate those shapes, you can cut out any shape you want from your metal. Just make sure that your design touches all 4 sides. So if you want a sort of interesting design like this, see how it touches all 4 sides of the rectangle? That's important to me because I don't want you to waste all of this metal making something teeny tiny. So if you make something tiny in the middle that doesn't touch all 4 sides, look at all the wasted metal that gets thrown out. Now let's get back to that paper. All right, so I've grabbed a pen so that you can see my black lines more clearly on the camera, but you should grab a pencil so you can erase and make changes. Now, remember, I was thinking about polar bears and being chill, so I went ahead and started sketching out the face of a polar bear. It needs to have some ears visible touching the top edge of the paper. I'm going to try to get my artwork to come out to the left and right edges, as well as touching at the bottom. So you can see I have the snout, or like the chin of my polar bear, coming down towards the bottom. Now, I should be, again, working with pencil so that after I get my rough outline done, I can finalize, firm things up, and then go back and erase the parts that do not belong. Remember, the entire design needs to have texture or pattern or design. So I'm going to continue working on that and then go ahead and show you my finished work. All right, so I have completed my mask design on paper. And one thing I have to confess is I ended up changing the chin design and I never actually got it to fit on the paper. So I'm going to have to figure that out. And I didn't ever quite touch the left and right side, but I got pretty darn close. So within a finger width is close enough for me. But you want to make sure that you're using that whole space as I demonstrated. Now, to insert my image, of course, choose Insert, Image, Camera. We've done this whole thing before. So I like to get my mouse in the right spot so I don't have to peek and see if I've got it. I like to then hold my image up. Remember, I've asked to see all the edges. And now I can click and I've got my image. Now I can choose Insert to show this image. Now, I've asked to see the edges of your paper. So when I crop this down, I can crop out some stuff here, but I want to still show that I got my design large enough because that is an important part of this project. And there's no reason to leave this tiny. So go ahead and show off all those details that are required by enlarging your image large enough to fill up the space. So that is how you complete step 4 of your Masks We Wear brainstorm.